My trouser making tutorial, I had promised to make a detailed tutorial on how I fixed my zipper fly, and here it is, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel if you are a subscriber, and welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new here. And so in today's tutorial, I already picked out this amount of fabric that I'll be using. Just make sure it's wide enough and long enough for your zip fly. So on fold, I will cut out 3 inches. It's exactly 3 inches on fold. So I'll just go ahead to mark the beginning point, and I'll mark out 7 inches as well. You can make it longer. You can use 8 inches if you want, if you are probably using a longer zip for your trouser, but you can use 7 to 8. From 7 to 8 is okay. It's like a standard length for your zip flyer. So after cutting it, I have this in 2 places, so I'll just go ahead to divide that in 2. So I would have both my inner zipper fly and my outside zipper fly. So now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to curve this just like this. Just go ahead and curve this. You can curve it out with your chalk before cutting it out, and you can just cut it out directly. Just curve it in. You go ahead to iron. Please, ironing is important. So this is the left piece of our front pattern. So just place it the way I placed mine, like this, leaving out your 1/2 inches allowance, or sewing on your 1/2 inches allowance that you had initially added to your trouser piece. Also note that this is right side facing right side. This is right side facing right side, and since the zipper fly is on fold, there is no wrong side, there is no right side. But for the pattern, for the trouser piece itself, we are placing this on the right side. So I'll go ahead to sew on that part where I'm marking using the blue chalk to indicate. I'll go ahead to sew on that part. So I'm done sewing, and I'll just go ahead to iron like this. So this is what it's going to look like. Then for your zipper, you place your zipper upside down, like your zip facing downwards, just like this, and you place it like few centimeters away from your stitching line, like the place where you attach the flyer and the trouser. You place it few centimeters away, and you just go ahead and sew on the marked side, just like this. So the next thing we'll go ahead to do is to remove the pin and open it up. So while opening up, you push the excesses underneath and make sure that your joining is folded like this. So you just go ahead to use your hand to arrange it like this to ensure that you still have your crotch shape. So just like this, make sure you do that to ensure that your crotch shape is still showing. So go ahead to iron again, and once you are done ironing, it will be easy to stay. The next thing we'll go ahead to do is to sew or curve out the zip flyer curve, the curve that you usually have on the zip flyer. So we'll go ahead to sew that now. You can sew from the front if you are very sure, or if your hand is very straight, but I will advise you sew from the back like this, from the wrong side of the fabric. Go ahead to mark it out with your chalk, or if you have a pattern that you usually use to do this. But if you don't have a pattern, just mark it out like this. Just mark it out like this with your chalk. Now on the wrong side, and ensure that you don't sew on the zipper. Ensure you don't sew on the zipper. Just like maybe 2-3 centimeter away from your zip itself. So just go ahead to sew on it, sew on your fabric, and it's just going to show at the right side. So go ahead to sew like this and carve out every necessary part. So just like you see me do, as I'm sewing, I'm also arranging to ensure that I'm not sewing on any piece that I'm not meant to sew on. So once I'm done, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. See, I didn't sew on the other side of my zip. So I'll just go ahead to cut this out and then work on my other piece of flyer and my other piece of trouser. That's the right side of my trouser. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to pin out. Like, I'll go ahead to open my zipper fly like this and mark out my zip where the other one started, so that I'll just be very accurate while placing the zipper on my other piece of flyer. So like, just like this, the open edge, you place your zip on the open edge of your other flyer, just like this. Place it on it carefully like this. That's why I went ahead to mark out where the zipper stops, so it will help me align my other fabric. Then for your other trouser piece, you go ahead to place the crotch allowance on it like this, ensuring that you are sewing on your 1/2 inches allowance. So once you are done, you go ahead to sew on it and press it down with your iron. So this is what you are going to have. You're going to have something like this. You're going to have something like this. If you follow it step by step, you should have something like this. Then you can also go ahead to top stitch. You can go ahead to top stitch on both sides. Actually, you can top stitch on both sides. But once you are done, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have your zipper fly, and it's that easy. Like, it's very, very easy. The next thing you guys to do is to join your crotch together, attach your back piece, your waistband, and that's all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my very soon next video. Bye.